Cyber season is in full swing with our pals Isotope and Native Instruments.
Get huge discounts on everything from Guitar Rig 7,
Complete 14 bundles,
and one of our favorites here at the Cult and Culture Podcast,
Ozone 11 EQ. Go to isotope.com
and nativeinstruments.com
to feast on the audio goodness. Yum.
You can also get additional savings on other softwares by using the code
RUIN10.
DistroKid now also has a motherfucking app. The DistroKid app is available for iOS and Android. You can download it at distrokid.com/app/, or you can get it in the App Store.
Fuck. All right, we're rolling.
Planet B presents
Cult and Culture Podcast.
Welcome to episode 29 of the Cult and Culture Podcast. I'm Justin Pearson.
And I'm Luke Hinshaw.
This episode features our friends Venus Twins from New York, who are absolutely amazing. I missed them crossing paths on tour, like I think around South by Southwest, but Satanic Planet played a show with them not too long ago. And then I saw them play out here in San Diego on a bridge over the freeway, an abandoned bridge, and that shit was wild.
Yeah. Which you'll hear about.
You will hear about it, and you'll see some footage. One of the best amazing two-piece bands. It's incredible. They seriously raise the bar. If you're in a two-piece band, you're kind of fucked with the Venus Twins being around.
Yeah.
You got to step it up.
And they're such lovable fucking guys. I mean, I was just thinking about it, how, like, they're so just positive and cool in the way the vibe they give, you know, and I'm such the opposite. And I was just thinking about how, like, if ever I'm, like, pissed off, which I am quite often, I'm going to give them a call and just chat with them for, like, 2 minutes and then be like, all right, thanks, guys. It's like free therapy with those guys. They're just so fucking lovable and fun. So. And, like, yeah, just carefree, and they seem, I mean, I don't know. It's weird too because they're from New York, and I feel like there's a serious grind there. You have to be like a bitter dick to survive there, and they're just like, they're like, hey guys, like everything's awesome. Yeah. Absolutely love those two, and they are such phenomenal players and just people. It's really nice to have them in our I don't know, world, community, culture, realm, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, some of the best people I've been around. If you get a chance to check them out on tour, they do not disappoint. Even if you aren't into weird music, just watching them perform is insane. Highly recommend it. And they're headed to Europe soon, right?
Yeah, they have a tour with going to Europe, which it's gonna fuck up Europe. And yeah, good luck Europe getting through that. I don't know. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Well, let's let this happen. We hope you enjoy this episode. Thank you, and we'll see you on the other side.
Yep.
Hey, this is Jake. I play drums in Venus Twins. And this is Matt. I play bass and sing a bit in Venus Twins.
Cool. As twins, do you guys have the same voice?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Hello. This is Venus.
We kind of do, actually. We kind of do.
I think singing-wise, it gets a little different.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So let's dive into this because I have a bunch of annoying twin questions, and I've
love to hear it. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, okay. The main thing was like you have, and I use this term in a loving way, but you have a gimmick that's legit. Obviously.
Oh hell yeah.
You don't have to wear masks or do something fucking stupid with like uniforms. You can just be yourselves, and you already got that shit nailed down.
Same DNA.
Yeah, which is crazy. So I wonder, like, the percentage of twins that actually are both into the same exact kind of stuff and can like work together in a band and also just rip at two instruments, because the twins I know are not coinciding in life, you know, like you guys do. So how the fuck did that happen?
Well, I think we just got lucky. I mean, a lot of the twins that we know aren't like even like, they don't hang out or because, you know, they do different shit. I mean,
even like Brian from Def Club, his brothers, Sergio from ACXDC, and like I probably shouldn't say this, but like, yeah, they butt heads a lot. I'll just say that,
right.
musically and personally. But yeah, you guys like won the twin lottery, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like we were just always hanging out, and we had some twin friends who lived across the street from us as kids, and I don't know, maybe it was like us fighting when we were kids, and then like
when we quit video games, everything got better.
Wow.
Right?
I think so.
The
Honestly,
competition.
Yeah. I mean, we are the most
we're kinda
competitive motherfuckers ever.
not like in a bad
honestly.
way,
Yeah.
but a healthy way.
Do you think you compete when you're performing? Do you think you're like trying to outperform each other?
Maybe
Because you both are like very good performing.
Thank you. It's like-
performers, yeah.
I think at this point it's like one mind, it's one show.
Yeah,
do
it's a
get
group
little,
effort.
I get a little jealous whenever people talk to him after and not me.
Yeah, people are always taking photos of the singer. I get it. I understand.
Oh, he's got
I
red
get
hair. He's so cool. I just had to get the Bushwick costume before I left for this tour.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh man. Well, so the what was I gonna say about the twin thing? Well, it's just crazy that you guys got instruments that work together and that you can create art together, because that just seems hard to do.
It wasn't always that way.
Yeah, it's actually trombone and saxophone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
No, no
Oh,
idea.
Yeah, we did that forever.
Yeah, we
Like,
went to like school for it.
we went
and
to
shit, so-
like music school for like jazz trombone is my thing.
Wow. Do you think that
Yeah.
translated into what you're doing now? Maybe.
Totally. I mean, we learned a lot, and I still apply it, but we dropped out, which is, I think, the move.
Yeah,
to
totally
do that.
cool to drop out.
But it
Yeah.
influenced everything for sure.
Like songwriting, like we use that all the time, but we were like jamming it still in high school. But I didn't even play bass until this band. Like I was always playing guitar, and
yeah, we've always been playing like drums and stuff, but
we
was the
weren't
main
serious
shit.
about it. We did like the like
did
college
the
shit,
horns.
like,
Yeah.
classical
Yeah.
music and jazz. Like
So where'd the shift come from?
Not fitting in school. So I mean, we were always band nerds or whatever, but when I was in college, everybody's just square.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to be like make friends with the other jazz kids at my school, but I was also going to DIY shows in Denton because we went to school in Denton. But
We're like rubber gloves.
I wasn't going there
You had,
yet.
like,
but a lot of
houses.
house
Oh,
shows.
house shows, yeah.
And I started playing. I was like playing drums in a noise band and like other shit. Like,
It's just
this
so
is
funny.
way cooler. Like people, like I was tired of wearing like the nice shirt and
yeah,
like
and sitting down and
still
performing
and
still, and,
playing.
like.
It sucks.
But we always liked like cool music. Well, not really, but like our dad like showed us cool rock music when we were kids. And,
Like what?
I mean, like Nirvana and like even Mars Volta.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's like our favorite band.
Your dad?
Yeah, our
Yeah,
dad was
yeah.
playing that for us when we were like 8.
How old's your dad? Oh, this might give away your guys'
49.
age.
49.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Damn.
we can give away our age
Okay.
if you like. We're 24.
Yeah. We could be your dads.
Probably.
Son is older than you.
Oh no way!
I'm sorry.
I mean that's totally fine.
Don't be
and
sorry.
normal.
no, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. But it is rad. Even like his son is very. I mean, I love his son, and I'm like always constantly impressed by him. But like, you guys are lucky that you have parents that showed you Mars Volta and Nirvana. Or
Yeah.
like, I mean, my parents just thought I was fucked from the start. Like everything I was into was like terrible to them. But that was also cool too, because that made me. Maybe that's how your parents were. Like maybe your grandparents were like, don't listen to Nirvana or whatever.
My dad's parents were like super Christian and like I guess
They're down with it.
Yeah,
they're
They
super
support the
they're
music
chill.
thing.
Yeah,
Our mom listens to Christmas music like year round.
Year-round.
Like loves Christmas.
I love her so
Um,
much. She's not like our music.
Yeah.
yeah, but she likes us doing it.
She appreciates it. My mom's the same way. She's like, whatever you're doing is not my thing, but like she's psyched that I get to do what I get to do.
I played my dad the Sonido album when he was alive,
Yeah.
and he just walked right out of the room.
Really?
Oh,
That's the one thing my
Sorry
mom
to
was
hear
like,
that.
you put out Cumbia? My mom was so psyched on that.
Right. Yeah, he just walked out. I was like, okay, cool. He I think he lasted maybe like 20 seconds of the song.
Wow.
I was like, all right, cool.
So your parents like have seen you, they come to your shows and stuff?
Yeah, our
Yeah,
mom
mom's
has
been to
only
one.
She's only seen us once.
Yeah.
And we were bad. back then.
Oh.
But our dad recently saw us. I guess like we ended up playing at like 1 a.m. So I don't know how he did it, but that was sick. He likes it.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily. I think he doesn't like the piercing, like unrelenting. Just.
I'm still dialing in those tones, so we're figuring it out
But
slowly.
he loves seeing us perform. Like he's
Yeah.
a huge supporter for sure.
Your drumming is insane. You're like one of like the best drummers, and all the weird tones you have are great. Like when you were setting up last night, Colin and I were like, "What is that pedal?" Like, I think that's this. I think that's that. We were like speculating the different sounds because it is like a lot to be the only, I guess, stringed instrument or. Even if there was keys or something, the only like non-percussive instrument, and to get the whole spectrum, and you nailed it. It's fucking crazy.
Thanks.
Not many people are able to do that, in my opinion. I'm like, well, they need another member, but I don't really feel that way about you guys.
That's
Hell yeah.
great
Yeah.
to hear. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we talked about maybe getting somebody like keys or something. Yeah, for sure.
But then then it's gonna fuck up your whole thing.
Exactly.
The whole thing is the twin thing.
We
We can
it's
only
like,
get
Two more
twins.
twins. You guys are pretty much screwed then.
But
we
we have
have-
them.
we've
We
got a-
have some great friends. They're in a band called Disaster Artists.
Also bass and drums. It's pretty freaky.
Wow.
Yeah.
Double bass, double drums.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Totally.
You would like level. I guess you could do like features or something, right? And like get this person or that person on a song, but not in the band, you know?
Right.
Super into that. Yeah.
Because let's face it, it's all about us.
yeah. Yeah. Truly.
And then you have to get your parents to come out too. Because the other thing we were talking about earlier before we started recording was like how you guys are able now, I think, to teeter on like the DIY type stuff, and then also like the more, I don't know what the right word is. Like I don't want to use, like show like
a
fucking
club or
Live Nation garbage. Like you can kind of like do both. And that you need to get your parents. I'm always telling my mom like, do not fucking come to this show, but come to this one. This will be impressive. There's like a real venue. It's not like on a bridge like last night.
Totally. And I'm sorry for inviting you to this one. This is the only one we had in San Diego.
I was okay. So now you're derailing where I was headed with this, but I was
sorry.
The whole time I was like, I wish Luke was there. I was like, I wish all these people could have seen it for many reasons. For one, it's like it was off of the 163 on an abandoned bridge, so it was like I didn't even know it existed there because normally so I came the like back way. You said I came the like VIP way, which was funny, but there's like the exit comes off and you only can go one way, and so I just knew like, oh yeah, there's like this weird turnoff. So I got off the freeway and I figured it out. That was
skate there.
Yeah, there was like
Yeah,
some like
there was
shit that looked like it was now destroyed, little ramps and stuff. So that was impressive. The more impressive thing were the cops that showed up. So like
That was funny.
I thought, oh, this is like a done like for one, I thought, oh, this is a secure location. The cops are never gonna find this. And the band before you played, and then you guys are playing, and the cops rolled up aggressively with their lights on as they normally do, and I was like, fuck, man, here we go, And it was crazy because in my mind, all these things were happening. Like these guys are gonna fuck with everybody here,
Right.
fuck with these people in the band, and then I just remember thinking like, because like behind the amps you couldn't hear your vocals very well, and you couldn't hear the music very well, but you could hear the drums. Obviously the snare was carrying back, and it was just, I remember you playing like these beats that were very impressive, and I was like, if these cops show up and know a fucking like the smallest thing about music, they're gonna be like, this is like legit, and they came up and they just stood there, and it was like I could just see everyone's faces kind of laughing at that point because like the cops just hung out and let you play, and in my mind I was thinking like, I wish they would just keep, I don't know if you guys have telepathy as twins, but I was like wishing that you guys were just gonna just continue playing and not stop, because,
Right.
just, because they weren't gonna like stop you. But as soon as the song winded down, they did the flashlight thing, and then you went over and you Jedi-Mind-Trick these motherfuckers.
I did.
Totally.
So it turns out I'm the sweetest guy ever, and so I think what helped was everybody was chill, like everyone just was standing there watching. Nobody was like partying, like fucking off or anything. So also I just get crazy high when I play. So I just like kind of moseyed on over there. I put my head down you know, to let them know that, you know, they're bigger than me. And I just I was like, I'm sorry about this. Like, I know you're doing your job. And and he was just really sweet. So I was like putting my hand on his arm and like talking to him. He was like, no, man, y'all are like really good. So I don't want to stop you. But we just had a few calls. And so I just want to know, like, about how long are y'all going to be? So I was like, oh, it's just a few more songs on another band. So like 30 minutes. And he said, cool. We'll just, if we get another call, we'll have to come back. But do your thing, guys. And
Yeah.
weird. Fucking weird.
And the zoo called on us.
Oh,
It was
wow.
the zoo.
Yeah, because of some of the bears and
Elephants.
They're not into it.
Not
I
fans.
don't think so.
I think the bears would be into it.
Maybe
I think the elephants are a little more sensitive.
Oh.
the big
Big
ears.
fucking
Yeah,
ears.
yeah. Yeah, which is pretty wild that there's a zoo right there. So that's who they told you who called the cops.
Somebody else in Heavenly Blue told us that's who it was. I don't know how they know. But
Yeah. Huh. Maybe they're an inside informant.
Whoa.
we gotta drop this tour.
They're done.
Yeah, and so the cops walked away, and it was almost like, I don't know, man. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. It was I've never seen that kind of shit happen. And the whole time, like, it's the whole, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi thing. You know, these aren't the droids you're looking for. And I was like, he just fucking pulled that shit. And I don't know how that worked out, but that was sick. And then you finished playing.
It's
it
the
was cool.
charm.
Yeah.
The charm, you know?
Yeah. They waited around too, I think, for another song, and like it was interesting to say. I mean, I'm not a big fan of cops, but it was
Right.
the whole thing was cool.
Well, they didn't want to hear the new ones, you know, right before that.
I know.
They did leave.
They wanted to
bummed.
hear the classics. That's all.
Oh,
they wanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Venus Twins hits.
Deep cuts.
Yeah, you should have offered them like a shirt or a CD or something, whatever.
If they hung around, that I would have.
Yeah.
Maybe
really
so.
would have.
Yeah. Maybe a sticker.
Unfortunately, Def Club probably couldn't have offered him a shirt because everything has like a cop with a drill in his head or something, or a gun in their face.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't work. But you could have probably wooed him a little bit more. But that was like the coolest shit. And it was just kind of magical to see you all perform on that freeway. Like I've driven on that freeway because the only times, one of my earliest memories of San Diego was that 163 freeway, because it like, I grew up in Phoenix and it's a shitty desert. And so like going on that freeway was like green and like trees and, you know, like it's like in the middle of this insane park. So it was, so it was just nice to like be there. And so thank you guys.
Of course. Thank you for coming
You're so
out.
welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime. Yeah.
So the telepathy thing do you guys, I mean, because I feel like you can achieve musical telepathy for sure.
Yeah, that is our favorite gimmick to do.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a good
just,
bit.
Just the songs that are just, you know,
Yeah,
just
weird times.
fucking with people.
Yeah.
And really, it actually just comes down to like a lot of practice.
Yeah, of course.
On that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've just
But it
played so
helps.
much together also. Like when we do like jam in the studio, like we kind of end up playing the same thing, which is like very interesting. Like we'll play hits together without even, or like we'll play like two hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like,
We know where each other's going for sure.
yeah. But we do also have some bits. We can show you after. We don't have to do it on the show. We have some
We
telepathy
got a
bits.
card trick.
We got a card trick.
Yeah.
We have a. Yeah.
We
just
like the
very-
hype
we got some
around
tricks.
the twin stuff.
So it is an official marketing gimmick.
Oh yeah.
It's
How
only
could
to
you not?
it's only to further this
We are
career.
blessed.
Not many people get the opportunity to do that.
I know.
Oh man, that's crazy. So the card trick, what is that? Can you explain it?
I mean, we can't give away all our secrets, you know.
Well, you
but-
brought it up, so
I did, yeah. And I did say it was a trick. We usually say it's real illusion.
Well, you know,
They
there's a
really-
pattern of cards, and you know, one of y'all can choose it. But if Matt knows, he can send it to me, and I'll be able to know exactly which card on the table it was.
yeah, like magician shit.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, it's not a trick. I was trying to make you feel not bad for, I don't know.
No,
yeah,
it's
no,
real.
it's real. It's
Like
real
card
telepathy.
counting, right? Kind of.
Well, who knows?
Okay.
That involves
Yeah.
math. This is pure.
This is pure telepathy.
yeah, instinct.
Instinct,
all right.
if you will.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like, what kind of shenanigans have you got into as twins? Non-musical shenanigans, I suppose.
So when we were in music school, I transferred first, and we were going to different schools at the time. Matt didn't practice for a sax lesson that he had. So I was in town anyways, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just like put on a hoodie and go to ear training for you.
Yeah, well, I wish it was ear training because he's way better at ear training than I am. But it was like music history or some bullshit.
Yeah, but I just sat in the back and, you know.
And my freaking friends didn't even know. Like, they're I'm like,
betrayal.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if you didn't hang out with both of you, would they? I mean, were they your friends like that? Like they knew?
No, they were my friends too, because
they knew
I went to school with them as well for
I guess
a
if you
year.
didn't, like
you know?
think about it, and you were just in the zone trying to pass school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 9 a.m.
It just turns out we can fool anybody, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. I feel like we don't look that much alike. Do you? What do you think? Do you think?
I see a lot of differences, but I'm also I don't pay a lot of attention to detail. Obviously, the hair is one, but yeah. But if I had just met you guys, I wouldn't know who was which member or what you each played. You know, I would have been like, I don't know, they're the twins. But now I know, I've seen it. You know, it kind of makes sense. But you guys look different to me. You have different mannerisms and stuff.
Totally.
Yeah. But I did want to ask about the voice thing and then the telepathy thing. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
No,
that's fine.
I love to hear it. Like, we've been getting asked twin questions forever. And so
What's the best is whenever we meet someone separately and they don't know we have a twin, and then later throughout the night or like coming days they'll meet Matt.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, wait, you changed your hair?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, what? Yeah.
That's funny. I don't have a twin, but my friend Gabe Serbian, everyone for some reason like a lot of times thought we were the same person, and I'm a lot taller than he was, and like I don't know, like it happened a lot. Like I almost got arrested because of him in England, and then we talked about that before. And then one time, this woman was like, "You motherfucker!" It was in Berlin. You made me do cocaine and all that. I was like, "Dude, I've never even done cocaine. What the fuck are you talking?" She's like, just so mad at me. You made me and my friend do cocaine. I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." I have no idea what you're talking about. And she was like, she was drunk, but she was so mad. She was like spitting in my face and stuff, not on purpose, but like just yelling,
just being drunk.
And then I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. You think I'm Gabe?"
How do you make somebody do cocaine?
That was another thing too. Yeah,
strong Gabe power.
I know. I was like, I know Gabe pretty well. He probably didn't want you to do the cocaine, to be honest.
Here, do my drugs.
Yeah, I was like, it was crazy though, because I was like, I haven't done cocaine, so it's definitely not me, you know. And she was like, certain. And I was like, dude, we don't even look. I mean, whatever. I wish he was my twin, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the closest I got to that.
Was it the pompadour?
Yeah.
Was it
just like
back then?
Yeah, we just had like the same style, you know. I mean, there were, because I do feel like maybe him and I had, I guess, musical telepathy with, you know, each other. Like we would be playing and be able to just nail weird shit without knowing that we were going to do that stuff. So there's that, and then just like stuff where we'd be. We were in Japan, and they have like such cool fashion there. And I remember like we were in this department store, and we both kind of came around the corner like, "Dude, check this out." He's like, "Check this out." And I was like, "Wait, what the fuck? We can't both buy the same thing that we just both got." You know? But that's just stylistically, I think. Yeah, I mean, if him and I were legit brothers, I don't think we. I don't know. Yeah, he was an interesting human being. Maybe it would have been similar, because you guys said you fought a bit when you were younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
yeah.
Maybe that would have been like the similar thing. I don't know.
I think it was like we had a friend who left our house when we were all hanging out when we were fighting, and that kind of like made us really sad. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't know. So we stopped fighting a whole lot after that. Maybe, I don't know.
But maybe like non-twin siblings fight. Like maybe they were just being sent.
All like bad fighting.
Yeah,
everything. Yeah, I'm 3 brothers, so
yeah, I don't have any siblings, so I can't relate necessarily. But I wouldn't have cared if I was hanging out with you guys and you were fighting. I'd be like, whatever, you guys.
It's kind of sick. It's fun.
Fun.
That's cool.
Did you ever win?
I'm the youngest, so
no.
You didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I'm the younger one.
Yeah,
so
I'm always on top. I always win.
Well, and you're stronger because drums, you know, it's so physically demanding. And
it's true.
Bass, I mean, I move a bit, but it's like...
Yeah. You got to start working out.
Yeah, I know.
We're on the
play the tuba.
Tuba.
Have you guys been poached by other bands to be in? Because you guys are like, I mean, especially with the drums, like people would not fuck with you. You know, like they'd be like, I'm gonna hire him to do this. Like you're on a level that's like insane.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, yeah.
A little bit actually.
Yeah.
I just started playing this other band that's like shoegaze, but they said I could do whatever I want, so I'm doing like all this like fake double bass drum and like really ridiculous metal stuff, but it's over like really washing
How's
guitar.
that working out?
It's kind of sick.
cool.
I mean, you're probably ruining what they were going for then.
No, they love it. They love it.
They wanted Jake specifically. So
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
And then are you jealous of that?
Well, yeah, because I mean, I've been asked to play bass, but I'm like,
Oh, that's no.
or guitar, but I'm like, I am a little busy, like, so I prefer to make Venus Twins and like whatever else we do like my main thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can kick his ass, right?
Yeah,
No,
totally.
he
Well, I can
literally
try.
can't.
I mean, literally, yeah.
Unless
no,
you
he is
sneak
stronger
up
than me.
on me, get up.
We live together, so
Sucker punch.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen. I lock my door. It's fine.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. So you guys are fully integrated. You live together, play in a band together.
Yeah.
yeah,
We
used to work together.
Fuck, we say the same
Yeah,
thing.
same time. See,
That was a moment, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They could write that into a film. Wow.
they need to.
What about like? So you kind of cited some of your the things that you grew up with, but what were your influences like that got you to this position? And it doesn't have to be musically necessarily. I mean, I understand like you guys said you went to school and that pushed you in the direction in some sort, but I don't know, like, because when I don't want to say what I think Venus Twins influences are, because that's just stupid. But I would love to know what you guys would cite.
Yeah. I feel like almost musically, I don't even like think about writing songs in a way. Like we really just blast off. So like a lot of my inspirations are like drummers or like
Yeah, I mean, at this point in our writing process is kind of just like making noises, trying to do like cool shit, and you won't hear it probably for a while because we're still working on it. But other stuff is like anything from like Mars Volta to like, oh god, I don't want to say like Deftones and shit like that. But
it used to be really big into that.
yeah,
but we're more on like the noisy aspect of things now. I mean,
again, like I hate to say it, but like the obvious thing for me is like, and it's because of it's a two-piece thing, would be Lightning Bolt. Yeah,
totally.
I love that band.
Yeah, but also like, and Brian Chippendale is such a fantastic drummer, but I think you're like, well, and also the bass, I think he has like
the banjo,
a banjo string on it. Yeah, so there's like other elements that are different, but like his drums are set up differently. I think he has like
his
like
shit's all weird.
Yeah,
I mean it's super cool. I like taking inspiration from drummers like that, and really just like kind of making
like Crazy
really
Person music or
spazzing
something.
out.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't want the only two bands I mentioned to be Mars Volta and Deftones, by the way. Can I say that? Like, just let's have that on the record. Like, that's not. Yeah. But all that like Providence shit is like super sick.
Yeah.
We like all that.
We're big influenced by our friends in the scene around us as well in New York. Like there's
that's cool.
There's
Yahweh
like a whole
Nail Gun,
live
like Model
aspect.
Actress.
Oh yeah.
Podcasters.
Do you know
Sick.
Kill Altars?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Playing with them
yeah.
like next month.
They're so cool.
Fucking sick.
Yeah. The drummer is a good friend of mine. We like
cool.
well he was in Black Dice and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. So and they're a two-piece band, right?
Yeah. Like them and Machine
With
Girl.
tracks.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you like Machine Girl.
Yeah.
They're pretty big influences too. Like,
Yeah.
Sean Kelly's one of my favorite drummers. Just watching too, like
Yeah.
he always does that shit.
You kind of have a vibe like that.
On accident too.
I'm not saying you rip it off, but yeah. It's funny or interesting to watch you play because you do seem like you're having a good time. Most drummers that are playing at that level are like hurting, like I mean, or like you're like you have like the face, and you're just like smiling the whole time.
I used to look like that, but just doing this so much, it got easier. And also, this is the only thing I want to do, so it's hard for me not to like Like,
but not like mad. But like it's not like a mad face. It's like a physical exertion kind of like face.
I'm trying to get everything that's in here out.
Yeah.
And so it really just feels, it does not feel human at some point. It is literally, like, I'm just trying to show you as much as possible what I am. Or
I think a
whatever.
lot of what our community does is, using air quotes, like not human, you know, like we don't do normal stuff. If that's okay, I sound like I'm sucking my own dick, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we don't, like, to the normal world, like what we do is fucked up, and that's cool.
I love that. Yeah,
I get off on that for sure. Like
Yeah.
those are like the, I don't want to say the only bands, but that's when I see shit like that live, when I see bands like that, it totally captures my interest, and I'm all about it.
Yeah. The live show is it's like the biggest influence in writing music anyways, because how would I want to do this live, and like what would I want to do, and like do like fuck shit, you know, like
it's all performance for sure.
some antics, you know.
Yeah.
So how can we translate that to like a recording? It's like really now what we're thinking about a whole lot.
What do you have recorded?
Well, if you want to hear it, we have an EP that we're working on.
Yeah, like some of those new songs that you were playing last night, the ones that are just like really sporadic,
Like the more weird ones.
you know, all that shit is just like totally written for the performance, and like the spectacle is the word that we like to use a lot when we're like talking about how we can improve our stuff.
I mean, also it's like I always feel weird on stage with fewer people. So like if it was just two, like especially you be up in front, like you have what if you played like, I don't know, a huge festival? You just have this fucking gigantic stage to like
To run around.
But yeah, but like also I just feel like it's got to be hard. I don't know. I'd want like other people's energy next to me, you know, like on stage. And like that's why it's cool like seeing you guys play in the settings that I've seen you play in so far, where it's like smaller weirdo spots, you know, like the DIY kind of shit. It makes sense, but like I just wonder how you guys would articulate in like a like Coachella or something, you know, like how fucked up would that be? You know,
Yeah, and I'm so curious. So if anyone's listening who would like to put us on Coachella, let's try it.
Yeah,
let's give it a go.
Let's see what happens.
I think, I mean, for some reason, I just don't get like nervous anymore,
Yeah.
and the more people I see, I get
So
fucking
excited.
crazy. So like, I would love that. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. Plus, when we slide the drums up, like Jake is a front person, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
So it's
I
like
used to front a band, and I miss doing that. So that's partially where all the
like you're so crazy.
I'm just like that's
yeah.
where it comes from.
That's pretty interesting, because I do trip out on like because Luke and I struggled with it when we were doing Planet B stuff, because I was like, oh, there's not a lot going on with instrumentation, and it feels weird as like me being a singer. Like I want something going on, and I will see like there's like I'll see people like just singing to tracks, and there's no drums, there's nothing, and I'm like, this is bizarre. One, it's like for me to watch it, it's not that interesting, but two, I don't think I don't know, it just doesn't have like the level of like the performance level, which is like a good thing, like with like using Death Grips as an example, because I mean Zach Hill's one of my favorite drummers, but I don't think like when you listen to the recordings, you don't really get that experience. You don't get to even hear that drumming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's cool how they've maneuvered that as like a live spectacle performance, which I guess you guys have honed in on that kind of thing. I don't know.
Trying to, at least.
Oh, you've nailed it for sure.
Thanks.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. Even when we played that skate park in New Orleans, like you guys harnessed energy right away. It was just so cool.
Yeah. I like sometimes when we do shit like that, I like going out in the crowd and just kind of like saying hello to everyone.
Yeah,
making
just
them
doing some
feel
funny stuff.
welcome.
Yeah.
So that way, so it's like good to introduce yourself. So that way, when I sit behind the kit and then I go, because everybody's standing 10 feet away, or 15, whatever, and I do that, then they do it. You know, it's almost like you like,
sure,
you gain their trust, and then they like do what you say.
I used to be a huge fan of not speaking to the crowd, and it's really alienating to them, I think. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I don't want to say a single word. This would be so sick. And no dialogue. And you retain that that distance. You know, like it's the complete opposite of what you're doing. I've gotten better at like trying to engage. I'm still like not as positive as you are, I guess.
Well, we used to do that for sure.
Yeah.
Because like bands we would see in New York would do that, and it's like, this is so sick. This is an experience, and we want an experience. But I think
do what you mean, like the negative thing,
or just
like,
not talk,
yeah,
like be
yeah.
mysterious,
Yeah.
and
Be
like I think
cool.
at some point it just wasn't working out for us because of the way we are. Like I want to be like, hey, thank you for coming, thank you, and
Yeah.
I don't know. So like slowly, like we've kind of developed that, but I still think it's very cool when bands do that.
Well, I guess maybe my realm of that stuff was like came from like audiences being negative, and that's I think a great achievement, because I think when you fail as an artist is when people are indifferent. Like if they love it or if they hate it, then you're successful, because the hate definitely helps propel things in all kinds of ways. You know, it makes you work harder, makes you amped. I don't know, whatever. So. But I don't know how you guys would get negative shit. You guys are like so lovable. Like,
No, we've got some negative shit. Yeah.
like probably just like trolls online, but not like in person negative stuff.
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
Never. Everyone loves us. So.
We should do a
online,
thing.
though.
Like next time I see you, I should just fucking heckle the shit out of you guys and be a dick.
Cool guy.
And see what happens.
Oh, we'd love that. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
disguise.
Just got a big mustache, perhaps.
yeah.
And then you guys can.
Nobody
beat me
knows
up.
that's you.
Yeah, it'd be cool if you guys beat me up and then see how that goes. And be like, trick
Yeah.
joke.
Jokes on you.
Like we established, I'm very strong, so
Yeah,
careful what
we've
you wish
established
for.
that.
It won't be the first time I got beat up by a band, but yeah, that'd be cool.
Totally.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll chat. We'll
Yeah.
chat before.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys have? What's the future hold for this? I mean, you're recording an EP and talking about doing a double twin thing.
The double twin thing
Yeah.
is sick. Yeah,
So did you just let the cat out of the bag on accident?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's cool to
Anything
talk about it.
to increase the hype. So
It's for sure
we have,
happening,
like,
so we can talk about it.
got a cool split with them. There's like 4 songs at the moment. We'll probably whittle it down to take our best ones, but it's really weird shit. We've just been like sending computer music back and forth to each other. Like,
So it's a split in the sense that you guys are all over every song.
yeah.
So it's like totally collaborative. Like we will probably have a band name for it because it is like 2 sets of twins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Do
they've
they
got
look
their
as cool as you guys?
Yeah, they're great.
yeah.
They're
very
cooler because
cool.
they make lots of physical art, and it's just
They
like
make lots of clothes and stuff too.
including music.
So
Yeah.
is Matt, but
Yeah.
So yeah, they're very cool.
I'm probably the
Very
lamest
cool.
one out of all of us.
Hey.
But I try and play everything. So
Yeah, one of them airbrushes too. So like they're always making band merch, which so we both
Airbrushed band merch. That's like cholo shit. That's cool.
it's fucking
yeah,
cool.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we both like to make our band merch.
Yeah.
Wait, so it will become a new band then?
Essentially, yeah.
Totally, yeah. We already have like shirts and stuff for it where
Yeah, because Joe airbrush stuff and then I sew over it. Or I've sewed stuff because I cut out their stuff and then sewed it on ours and swapped. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Speaking of merch, though, so I remember I was like, I didn't realize it, but when we were in New Orleans, you had this like you just sewed your name on shirts. I was like, that's fucking next level.
Thanks. Yeah, it's like embroidery, but it's sewn. So it says Venus, and then I like to not cut the strings because I think that looks cool.
it looks so fucking
It's
tough.
like it's like a
looks
3D
evil.
metal logo, you know? Like,
Yeah.
But we actually just screen printed
For this
the
tour,
logo, and it's cool, but it's also not the same because there aren't any of the stringies. You know?
But I feel like if the cops showed up and you were to offer them a shirt, they'd probably want screen printed.
Yeah.
Totally.
But if you're a non-cop, then you could tell if they're undercover.
I like that.
Because at that New Orleans show, it was funny. We played in this skate shop or skate park. Wait, also too, like I always say New Orleans, but like they're like, no, it's Nolans,
Nolans.
Yeah.
Narlands, whatever it is. So I'm saying it wrong.
I avoid all that and say NOLA.
It's this place. But anyhow, I was like, man, I fucking swear everyone here is an undercover cop. They all looked like undercover cops to me. I mean, I don't want to talk shit. We tried to be positive. We were saying we were going to do that earlier. But we played this DIY show on the nights off that we had to film, and every night I was like every fucking show that we didn't play with the headliner was like better. I was like, dude, this is crazy. Skate park, Mexican restaurant, like everyone just crushed every show. It was the fucking craziest thing, which gave me a lot of like hope for my DIY spirit dwindling.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like, oh wait, it still exists. It's
Yeah,
so
there's good
cool.
stuff around, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta look for it. But
Yeah. It's, and I would always give that spiel, like, it's in our DNA, like, we're lucky. And it is true, like, because there were so many people, like, the next night or whenever were like, I had no idea that show was happening. I'm like, that's because you're not fucking cool, you know? Like, you're not dialed in with, like, the cool shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, because then you're doing, like, stuff for all the cool kids, you know?
Yeah.
The ones who still like that.
Yeah.
One person showed up at that show, though, and they were like, I didn't know this was even happening until, like, an hour before. And I was like, well, that's cool that you're even here. And they were going pretty nuts, like, for both of us. Like, they were, like, moshing like crazy. And then I was like, I'll put you on the list for tomorrow. And they're like, cool. And then they didn't show up. And I was like, they're, which is fine. But, like, they're super only hip DIY. They're like, don't fuck with, like, regular stuff, you know? Which is
that's
cool.
tight, yeah.
I wish I had that ethos, but I would like to make money and shit. So.
And there's too many clubs in Brooklyn, you know, so it's like we're constantly going to, bars and shit.
Yeah.
See bands.
And playing
Bars.
good,
yeah.
like, you know, venues or whatever. Like,
Yeah, like TVI or something. It's cool.
Yeah.
The
I mean, it
Broadways.
sounds good, you know?
that's one thing. And I would say that removing the spectacle of your performance, like it would be, because I really don't hear the vocals very well, and like, I don't know, there's not a lot. Like last night, I mean, you played on a fucking overpassage of a freeway, you know, like
The cars.
the sound
Shit.
isn't like the most important thing. But I'm constantly going like, oh, I want to hear this recorded. I wonder what these sounds are like, or I want to hear, like, you know, whatever. Or even like your cymbals are fucked. And I was like, how does that shit sound recorded? Because like out here, it doesn't go anywhere. It's like into the ether, you know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Sounds cool, I think.
Yeah.
That's why.
When we have good sound, it's great.
multiple stacks and stuff.
Yeah. Good sound is good, but you make compromises for the two things, because you've navigated both sides. It's good. Not many bands get the opportunity, and if they do, they usually fuck up one of the two options.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, the night is still young, so
Yeah. I mean, we'd like to keep both at our supply for as long as we can. You know, of course, I would like to see this grow to be very big, but you know, I'd like to play small shows.
Yeah. But what about like the two-piece thing? I mean, it's funny to think about, like, the classic two-piece would be White Stripes. They ended up getting like another member, you know, and it was like kind
Black
of weird.
Keys too. Yeah.
Did they get another member?
Yeah, they had people standing in the back.
They even had somebody controlling that dude's pedal board from behind.
Oh, yeah, Dan.
So he didn't have to touch anything. They just
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
yeah.
System of a Down had that too. I just like push the buttons and do it yourself. But I guess if you want to look cool, but I don't know.
You know you have money when you can hire somebody to push your fucking pedals.
Yeah. Or like the three-piece, like yeahs that now have a fourth person, which is cool. You know, I think you know, they graduated musically or sonically to needing that. But yeah, I hope you guys figure out a way to navigate that.
Well,
Yeah,
I just
we
got
have
an SP404, so we'll be doing some samples in the future. Well, we already do samples, but
You were fucking with it last night.
Yeah, I have a little computer down there.
Yeah.
But that's mainly for like funny shit.
Yeah.
In the middle to
yeah.
keep the
sounds. Yeah.
keep the momentum up. But at some point, I don't necessarily want to play to a click or tracks or anything. But I think we'll have certain things programmed to where, you know, we
Fuller.
can make moments bigger here and there.
None of that was happening last night.
No.
yeah, not really. I do have like this pedal that's kind of noisy and
Yeah, and he's got tricks. Like he has like a drone at some point, and like a song specifically where the drone is almost throughout the entire thing.
yeah,
Just
almost, yeah.
Or like a loop station. To
Yeah.
grab
Yeah, I have a
piece.
loop station, the Rainbow Machine,
Right, yeah.
and then
The Rainbow Machine pretty much just like writes the music for you.
it's like one of those sounds. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's cool to use it as a chorus though too.
Yeah, which we like, but I think we'll probably get away from in the future. Yeah.
But you have one, right?
We do, yeah. I mean, that's like my second favorite, maybe third favorite Earthquaker pedal. They're pretty fucking rad. But when you play dense music, it's hard to integrate that. I feel. I mean, there's just all these things happening, and you're like, oh wait, we're already doing all these things, and then it's adding shit. It's like, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it is easier with two of us because like it's kind of just like another layer. You know, if you turn it down or something. Yeah.
So you'll have it like looping, and then you can play maybe a minimal riff over that.
Oh.
Because I feel like the Rainbow Machine has a lot going on.
It certainly is a prominent sound for sure.
Yeah, depending on how you use it. But I also use like a few amps, so like or different signals. So I think it helps like keeping it quiet while I play something else, like coming out of the other amps like pretty loud. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So what was going on with your setup? Because I was trying to figure that out.
Well, I use 3 amps. So I have like an ABC splitter, and then like one is low, which I'm still figuring it out on this tour because like we flew in, so I'm not using like my normal stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, one's like mainly lows, and that has like the Rainbow Machine, and then my other drone type pedal that we use, and then yeah, it's just like 3 different signals. So then one is like kind of clean that goes into a guitar amp that's kind of like distorted. So I have like the guitar amp sound, and then I have my main bass sound. But everything gets ran through like an octave pedal and then a harmonist pedal, like the Boss harmonist,
which is the coolest sound.
Which is the coolest sound. Yeah,
you should fuck with 2 of them.
Oh, so I can dive bomb type shit.
Wait, the Boss harmonist pedal's the blue one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it dive bombs, does it? It does, yeah. So this friend of mine, Chuck, he's in the band Crocodiles. He used to play through 2 together, and it would just sound like a saxophone or something. It was so weird.
Oh, that's so cool.
2 is always cool, right, guys?
2. Yeah. we love 2. Yeah. Well, yeah, I would
try it.
I'd be down.
It might be something. I'm not giving away Chuck's secret, but whatever. I don't think he does it anymore, but he was in a band with me and he played 2, and I was like, this is the fucking craziest sounding shit. 2. Yeah, I use 2 line 6 pedals, the purple ones, run one through the other. It's just, I think Mick Barr ran through 3 metal zones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
But it like sounds gnarly, you know, so try it, the 2 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for that.
Always trying to add some new flavor.
You got a lot of shit going on right now.
I know.
You guys have a lot of shit going on in a good way. It was like a lot.
That's great.
As many notes as we can fit. That's
you fit a lot in there for sure. Oh man, how long? What is that?
So, about 45 minutes.
Yeah. We can cut it now, I guess.
Cool.
If you like.
Yeah. We've been struggling with me going on too long and like the podcast being like an hour and a half, and we're told that that's too long.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Well, any last question? You're dying to get the insider.
Dying to know about us. You know, I'm sure you have so many.
I do have a lot of questions, and I asked you all the nerd shit about the stuff. I was like, I probably shouldn't ask you guys. But I don't know. Do you guys have anything you want to throw out to the world?
We're vegan.
Yeah, we didn't talk about veganism or aliens or any of that shit.
I know.
Yeah.
We did talk about those alien stuff on the way here. You can throw out some tips on veganism or ufology.
It's really easy. Just eat oatmeal every day.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cheap. Rice and beans.
All right.
Oh my god. Yeah. Don't go out to eat.
Or do, but like, yeah, you know, just
What about the aliens?
Okay, well, we talked about it on the way here.
We debated not saying this. Our great uncle. I shouldn't be saying this. Our great uncle was a
photographer, like over in
developed photography for like the Air Force or something.
Yeah,
and so allegedly he's seen some crazy things.
Yeah,
but he would never talk about it. He would never talk about it. So it's like that. Like he wouldn't even tell family members and shit.
Well, how'd you guys find out?
Well, he told us that. He told everyone that much.
That much,
yeah.
That he, yeah. So you could like ask him stuff.
And he's pretty crazy shit going on.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Maybe you guys, maybe you should figure it out. Talk to him.
Well, he just passed away.
So passed away, which who knows was.
Yeah.
Who knows was accident or not.
No, not that much.
He was old. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Bob.
Yeah. But yeah, he didn't tell anybody anything, which is great, I suppose, or whatever.
He did his job. He did his service to the United States, all right?
Yeah. Yeah, but no bullshit. That's real. Yeah. Like,
All right. Well, there we go. Aliens, veganism, twins. I think we covered all the shit.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
You guys are awesome.
You're awesome. Yeah.
There you have it. Episode 29 of the Cult and Culture Podcast. We're psyched that you're here. We appreciate you guys listening. And if you feel so inclined, check out our other episodes on 31G SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, I guess now on YouTube since we have video stuff happening, wherever else in the ether. And we'd like to say thanks to Earthquaker Devices, Fender, Hardware Coffee. We'd like to thank the homies, Andy Wallace, Becky DiGilio, and you. Subscribe, like, follow, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Later.
Bye-bye, butterfly.
Cult and Culture is proudly sponsored by Earthquaker Devices, Fender, and Heartwork Coffee.
Planet B.